Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Tuomas Malnin here on Twitter posted this. The Bank of Finland has issued a warning for the populace to prepare for disruptions in banking services. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Financial infrastructure. And by the way, guys, you should probably take out some cash as well if you're living in Finland. Well, not just Finland, everywhere, I think, but this is the warning that was put out by the Bank of Finland, and here's an article. Finnish households urged to hoard cash in case of disruptions. So I don't want to create a run on the banks here. I don't know how many Finnish people watch my channel. If you guys are Finnish, please do put it down in the comment section if you're comfortable. Households should have cash resources available at home in case disruptions occur. This coming from Päivi Heikkinen, the head of the payment system department and chief cashier of the Bank of Finland, and this is what he said just yesterday. In an interview with the broadcaster, Heikkinen said that her intentions is not to fabricate catastrophic scenarios, but now is the time to make preparations in case someone intentionally in quotes, or unintentionally perhaps, disturbs Finnish society and its infrastructure, including payment systems. A survey conducted by the Bank of Finland this year revealed that only 7% of people use cash when making a purchase. So I know this about Scandinavia. My wife is Swedish. We went to Sweden back in 2016, and we went to this flea market that her cousin wanted to take us to. It was weird because it was 2016, so this was like 6 years ago. We're at this flea market, and my wife found a little something that she wanted to buy. So we're like, well, how do we pay with this? And she pulled out some kroner, and which is their fiat currency, and the merchant said, no, we use this app to transact in. And I know there are probably some Swedish people watching the show today, and I forget the name of the app. Put it down in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about, and I think you do know what I'm talking about. And I just thought to myself, even at a flea market, you're not accepting cash. People are transacting digitally. As early as 2016, this was even before I was into crypto. And so I would assume that it's probably very similar across the entirety of Scandinavia. So this is what's happening, a warning, guys, from the Bank of Finland, just in case an unintentional disturbance occurs in Finland. You probably should have cash on hand. I know I've been making a point to keep some cash on hand myself. I do not live in Finland, but it's probably not a bad idea, just in case something big happens. We know a great reset is occurring. We know the financial system is going to be restructured. How are they going to do this? Well, it's probably not going to be a seamless process, and they are likely going to make excuses as to why the banking system is going to be shut down, why you can't take money out, why you can't pay your bills, why. And so, guys, this is why I say just be prepared. Always have another option that you can rely on. So just to set this video up, we've also got this from XRP Crypto Wolf, former Ripple board member, and now Federal Reserve Vice Chair and Supervisor Michael Barr. Here's what he said. He said that there could be additional guidance from regulators on crypto-related bank activity. So the US sounds as though government officials working at breakneck speed to try to get crypto regulation in order to be able to take this financial bull by the horns. Traditional banks are increasing their use of distributed ledger technology as well as exposure to digital assets. And regulators are paying close attention to what Michael Barr is saying, the Federal Reserve Vice Chair of Supervision. Now again, Michael Barr was once on Ripple's board. The Fed is working with our colleagues at the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation to ensure that crypto asset-related activity banks may become involved in and are well regulated and supervised to protect both customers and the financial system, Barr said. This effort is not intended to discourage banks from providing access to bank products and services to businesses associated with crypto products. So he is saying, basically, look, we want to work with you. Crypto assets are obviously going to be a part of this future financial system. So we just need to be able to monitor it and regulate it, yada, yada. That could include further regulatory guidance in coming months and years from the Fed and other banking agencies, according to Barr. Barr delivered his remark yesterday at the Georgetown University Law Center's DC FinTech Week. The lead financial regulator on the Fed's Board of Governors, Barr, told an audience of lawyers, lobbyists, and policymakers that he sees potential parallels between the expansion of financial innovation, including cryptocurrencies, that led up to the 2008 global financial crisis. Barr also warned banks seeking to launch their own stablecoins and engage in other crypto-related projects that it's an open question whether some of those projects comply with current law due to novel risks inherent in digital assets. It sounds as though Barr is, he's smart enough to know where the future is going for finance. I mean, he has sat on Ripple's board, so he gets it in that regard. And it's almost kind of like he's playing both sides of it, I feel like he's almost like he wants to give green lights, or, at least the sense that the government is friendly to, if you want to do this, with cryptos, we're cool with that. We're not the SEC. I feel like the biggest thing is we want to differentiate ourselves from the SEC. We're not here to bring down the hammer. We want to allow you, freedom in order to trade, buy, sell in these specific products that are crypto assets. So, a bit of a more free-flowing ideology here for crypto assets in the US. And of course, I'm not surprised that it is Michael Barr saying this, former board member at Ripple. Anyway, wanted to thank the Cryptic Poet just for posting that. Meanwhile, we got some news with regards to the Ripple SEC lawsuit, and specifically the amicus briefs, one in particular filed by iRemit. James K. Filan brought this to our attention. iRemit Inc. has formally filed its amicus brief in support of Ripple's defendant's motion for summary judgment. So that is interesting. Sherry here on Twitter at CherryEmpress21 also pointed this out. My favorite arguments as to the use case of XRP falls under the second point they've made: seamless currency exchange without the cumbersome, pesky fees associated. So just going into this amicus brief here. First, ODL has the ability to transfer funds almost instantaneously. Traditional financial institutions, i.e. commercial banks, can take 3 to 5 days to settle international fund transfers and are often unavailable on evenings, weekends, and holidays. Even cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum can take 10 to 15 minutes to record a transaction. I know I've waited for Bitcoin for over an hour, 2 hours sometimes, but XRP running on the XRP ledger can support more than 1,500 transactions per second with confirmation speeds under 5 seconds. Simply put, ODL is exponentially faster for customers. Second, ODL is incredibly easy to use. While traditional financial institutions would require customers to worry about cumbersome currency exchanges, often charging fees with each conversion from fiat currency to another, ODL permits iRemit's partners to promptly transfer value across borders with ease by converting fiat currencies into XRP. And third, guys, and finally, ODL is secure and reliable, providing assurance to both sender and the recipients of the funds. As a remittance company, iRemit relies on this security. Indeed, the company's goodwill is largely based on the trust of its users, and Ripple's ODL product provides a high degree of customer confidence. Big support here, guys, from iRemit, basically stating to the courts through their amicus brief that, Ripple's ODL service utilizing XRP, far from an investment contract, considering XRP is utilized in this type of capacity. So a great observation here from Sherry. Wanted to thank her. And of course, James, just for posting the update here. We've also got this news, guys. Now, Spend the Bits. I love this company. They have created a transfer protocol, basically a crypto wallet where you can trade, where you can transfer funds quickly on the XRP ledger. So Spend the Bits is also now considering filing an amicus brief. Stay tuned. We will update you once it's done on our end. And so, guys, this is big news. I had a recent conversation with somebody at Spend the Bits here, and I wasn't sure at first, and I think I mentioned that on this channel at some point. Quick question for you. I was reading somewhere, this is what I said. I was reading somewhere that Spend the Bits is only compatible with other Spend the Bits wallets, and that's why I was concerned. If I had Bitcoin, can I only trade it with somebody else who is using a Spend the Bits wallet? So I wrote that, or other wallets running on the XRPL only, is this true? Or can I send BTC using a Spend the Bits wallet to any Bitcoin address? And just Karen was actually nice enough to respond to me. Hi, thanks for reaching out. Both statements are true. Users can pay using a Spend the Bits and send to a Spend the Bits wallet. And the user can withdraw Bitcoin to any Bitcoin mainnet address. He says withdraw Bitcoin to any Bitcoin address. He corrected it down here just by mentioning that. So, another example where XRP is utilized in the back end on the XRPL through the Spend the Bits wallet. And for those of you guys looking to, maybe transact in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, this is an XRP ledger-based secure and fast transaction platform. Spend the Bits is a cryptocurrency payment mobile app, which is powered by the XRP ledger, a decentralized open source platform. It will enable users to spend their cryptocurrency both by sending and receiving, as well as store their cryptocurrency. So if you guys are interested and maybe you don't have a Spend the Bits wallet, I will link this, a link in the description of the video for you guys. Great news here coming from Spend the Bits. We might actually even see another amicus that is filed by this particular company. Want to keep moving? Oh yeah, right. I saw this too on Twitter. Just another company basically saying, yeah, we accept XRP as a payment. So this coming from the Carpet King, looks like somewhere in Europe. Carpet King, King Hit Pest Manager, carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, leather cleaning, and pest management. And as you guys can see up here, they accept XRP for payment. So again, just, companies are now coming out of the woodwork saying, yeah, we also accept XRP for payment. This is clearly not an investment contract. This is clearly a currency. So SEC, what are you thinking? So I just thought I'd bring that up just to emphasize the point. Now, guys, DJ Peter Vass here on Twitter posted this. And isn't this what the banking cartel has wanted all along? Morgan Stanley says that the crypto ecosystem is becoming less decentralized. This is not what crypto proponents want, but this is certainly what big bankers want. Highlighted here, guys, the subheadline: the Ethereum blockchain has become more centralized following the shift to proof of stake, as 60% of validators are managed only by 4 companies. So there it is. The proof is in the pudding. The crypto ecosystem is becoming less decentralized, is coming from Morgan Stanley. The underlying blockchains themselves may be decentralized, but as crypto regulation develops, the need to run a large part of the blockchain on a single or small group of cloud providers becomes a potential risk. The report said that 65% of Ethereum's nodes are cloud hosted, and half of those use Amazon Web Services. If certain service providers decide to censor some participants or crypto products, or if there are lengthy server outages, this could become a problem. So these guys are stating it flat out from a bank themselves, namely Morgan Stanley. The bank says this isn't surprising, as centralization is a natural evolution of the financialization of crypto markets, although it does bring new challenges. Since the Ethereum blockchain shifted to proof of stake last month, a transition known as the merge, transactions are now approved by validators, and 60% of these validators are managed by only 4 companies. So, and they almost sound proud of it. Well, I mean, you have a perspective from the banking cartel. You have another perspective from the cryptoverse. Clearly, you are going to get 2 ideologies colliding and clashing. But, Morgan Stanley did the research, and this is what they are now finding. So, as for Ethereum, looks like it is more centralized than ever, and does go to the point that the XRP community has been saying for months and months and months now, probably over a year and a half. ETHgate is in fact real. There are definitely players involved that have been propping up the Ethereum system, big players from the legacy banking world. And so why am I not surprised? So you have the legacy banking system in the United States, one of the biggest financial hubs in the world, looking to kind of hold on to the power that they have, trying to thwart Ripple. But guys, this is a bigger plan. This is a great financial reset that we're up against. And the powers that be, they want to control everything. So, a representative in Congress, Alex Mooney, decided to do this. I'm proud to introduce HR. It's a new bill, 9157, the Gold Standard Restoration Act. And he just posted this a couple of days ago. The gold standard would protect against Washington's irresponsible spending habits and the creation of money out of thin air. Prices would be shaped by economics rather than the instincts of bureaucrats. Boom goes the dynamite, guys. So is the US going to move back to a gold standard? Well, here is the proposed bill. There's more information in this tweet. You guys can find links down here to what Mooney's talking about. Basically, in a nutshell, though, Congressman Mooney introduces the Gold Standard Restoration Act. The legislation calls for the U.S. Treasury and the Federal Reserve to publicly disclose all gold holdings and gold transactions within 30 months, after which time the Federal Reserve note dollar would be pegged to a fixed weight of gold at its then market price. Federal Reserve notes would fully become redeemable and exchangeable with gold at the new fixed price, with the U.S. Treasury and its gold reserves backstopping Federal Reserves as guarantor. So here's a quote: the gold standard would protect against Washington's irresponsible spending habits and the creation of money out of thin air, as I read in that tweet. Prices would be shaped by economics rather than the instincts of bureaucrats. I love this. No longer would our economy be at the mercy of the Federal Reserve and reckless Washington spenders. Now, guys, I urge you, if you did not watch this morning's video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. We talked a little bit about this guy and his conversation with his friend Bob, who's a Wall Street guy. Bob deals with market making at the institutional grade level, and apparently he had a meeting with Ripple, or he has a meeting with Ripple coming up soon. I talked a little bit about Janet Yellen and her stance on the Treasury, market making, and where there is a lack of liquidity, and how she in fact flip-flopped on that statement. So I urge you guys to watch that video if you guys didn't catch it this morning, because this all ties in. Now we are seeing this, okay, Congress realizing that a gold standard restoration needs to occur. I'm just going to finish this off by saying the bill would also require full disclosure of all central banks and U.S. government gold holdings and gold-related financial transactions over the last 6 decades. HR 9157 requires the Fed and the Treasury to disclose all records pertaining to redemptions and transfers of United States gold in the 10 years preceding the temporary suspension on August 15th, 1971. So a possible gold standard, guys. Going back to the gold standard again, this bill has not passed. It still does need to pass. But considering the situation we're in and considering the US dollar dominance is at risk, this might not be the worst idea. Now, let me continue because I also saw this from XR Beans here on Twitter. Coincidentally, or maybe not so coincidentally, the move played in the new Swift video is Queen takes Rook. So I don't know if you guys saw this video. Here's a video that Swift just put out recently. A bit of an advertisement. And yesterday I talked a little bit about the CEO of Swift at the Cybos conference, letting us in on how Swift is, they're a new system and they're going to be exchanging cryptocurrencies and their new system's going to be interoperable and, it's going to settle quickly, basically stating in not so many words that they are running on Ripple technology. And he also said, we're doing this with some of our own tech, but also through partnerships. And we know through many other sources that Ripple is partnered with some of these organizations that Swift is also partnered with. So if you guys didn't catch that video, I will link that one up here in the top right-hand corner. Fast forward to this Swift promo video, features a chessboard, which is Masonic, and ends with a checkmate move, guys. Watch this. Now, if you guys didn't catch it because it was quick, what is that move right there? That is Queen takes, what is it? The Rook. Correct. So XRP Beans says Queen takes Rook, and the crazy thing about this is when you put it in the English Gematria calculator, it equals XRP gold standard, allegedly. So I thought I'd bring up the calculator. And as you guys can see, I've already looked it up here. Queen takes Rook. Let's calculate that. And come on. Are we being serious here? Going down to the English Gematria results, and you gotta be kidding me. XRP gold standard, and as a bonus, a level playing field. So is this what we're in for? Is Swift dropping clues? And I guess more importantly, is this gold standard bill going to be passed by Congress? All things that make me go, Again, just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.